actually it. I'm not doing anything.
No, not the slightest.
Okay.
Welcome back to Dicing with Death, everybody. Um, so you grab Pringle and Safi on your cart, and you guys start making way back
Your
towards.
cart? It's my cart too now? I can't tell if it's in character for me to be helping this Pringle guy out, but I just love him too much not to.
You have a complicated character, you know. You're not one-dimensional.
That's true. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's that damn alignment section on your character sheet.
Fucking
Gets to you. Plays tricks with your head.
yeah. Um, did we ever roll for your other alignment?
We did. I got an 8.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, that's borderline. I mean, it's like right up next to the border. You know, it's
Yeah,
still
I think that's the most fun number you can get.
yeah, it's fine. So you leave Rutule. You're gonna head to Threndel, then to Hamlet, then to the spot.
I think so. We'll probably skip Hamlet at the end and just go straight from the woods to the.
Right.
But yeah.
Okay. It's pretty uneventful on your way back to Threndel. You get there
So
end of the day.
I actually,
Oh yes, yes.
I think on the road between Rutule and Threndel, I'm gonna pull my map, the map from the pirate ship, out of my bag.
Okay.
Say, okay, Pringle. For some reason, I like you. I found this on the Dragonfly, and I unroll the map of Shimmerstone Lake.
He gasps.
I sort of pull it towards me a little bit just to show ownership, and then unroll it and show him to see. See, I think this X here is where I'm going to is the barn. Say where you left me.
Uh-huh.
There's a similar marking on the south shore of the lake, and I point to that.
Uh-huh.
And this in the middle is undoubtedly the Philosopher's Stone.
He scratches his beard. So what? I mean, I've been all around this lake many times. I've never seen a ship docked anywhere. Not like that. What does it look like? Tell me everything. I must know. I simply must know.
It's a hidden cave. You wouldn't have seen it from the lake. It must be hidden by magic dweemers or a portal to another dimension, or
Hidden magical cave. Yes.
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. It defies belief, and yet it is there. That night when you left me in the barn, shortly after I woke, I saw the visage of Captain Oswald.
He just appeared before you?
I nod. He tried to take me prisoner. He led me into the barn, and there was in the midst of a pirate's feast. I scared off some of his less powerful, some of his crewmen, but he was nonplussed by my divine might. So he led me below the barn to this hidden cave, and I saw the Dragonfly. When I refused to walk the decrepit dock to the ship, he thrust at me with his sword, and the whole vision came crashing down when this sword struck home.
Interesting. But I mean, he just proceeds to ask a lot of questions that we don't actually necessarily need to answer. Things like, what did he look like? What was he wearing?
I answer begrudgingly, but I'm probably not all that interested in these little details as much as he is.
Okay, let's move this.
I'm a cleric.
Here.
I accept these things on faith.
And let's put this.
He wants to understand.
So the markings, we're going to say there was an X here. There was an X here. and then there was a circle here, like that. Can you see that?
Yep.
Can everyone see that? I think everyone can see that. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and now you can draw whatever routes you would like if you want to be moving in and around on the map.
Interesting. Well,
Yeah, it's another mosquito down. Motherfuckers
so
are
is
everywhere.
is the headquarters like there?
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So I'm imagining we'll like circle around like that or something.
Okay. So you guys make it to Threndel, no problem. He asks all sorts of questions, blah 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 blah. I take it you're pretty prompt and frank with him about everything.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I'd try and cover anything up at this point. I tell him what the captain's hat looks like or whatever silly things he asks.
So you guys are about.
Does he ask anything that
I
I
mean,
don't know, that
he just
alarms me,
asks
or-
for every. He asks you to go through the story a couple of times with him.
Yeah. I probably, at least for now, I'm leaving out the bit. Well, I think I will warn him about or tell him that we're getting back into the beleaguered men.
So you tell him about the meeting it with the beleaguered men and everything that happened there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you're talking about the beleaguered men and going back and seeing with them, and you mentioned the square stone slate with the pentagon inside of it.
Okay. At this point, I'll mention the whatever.
He
It's
stops and goes,
Versus is an honest person.
Did you see Mr. Winkle? Did you talk to him?
Yes, I saw Mr. Winkle.
Did you notice his necklace?
Does he have a pentagram necklace?
Not a pentagram, but a pentagon.
Seriously? No, I didn't notice. We're like, how far are we? We're like,
You're about halfway between Rutule and Threndel. You like been gone for 4 hours. You didn't notice? Oh my! It's silver with streaks of blue, and I don't know what it could be, but maybe a coral center. Maybe someone should have rolled higher than an 11 on their perception
I know,
check.
yeah. Well, yeah, I'm not. I mean, out of character. I mean, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But like versus like trying to figure out what to do, having like a moral quandary. Like, can I really justify just bashing this guy's skull in with my hammer and taking his necklace? Probably not.
So at this point, Pringle has stopped the cart,
Yeah.
and he's looking at you like, I think we should go back and get it. Maybe offer to buy it from him?
It's a family heirloom. He's not going to sell it. Plus, I don't have any money.
Well, maybe we can, sneak into his bedroom at night and take it from him.
Do I look like the stealthy type?
Well, maybe without all that armor on, or we could send Safi in to get it.
Yeah.
Or, Safi, maybe you could cast a sleep spell and make sure he's asleep, and then we could just walk in and get it.
Or another invisibility.
Or an invisibility spell. Or
Can Safi just cast these spells as much as she wants? I'm gonna hate Safi when she's a person. Versa doesn't say that, but
yeah.
Ryan does. So we turn the cart around and head straight back to Rutule.
Okay. You head straight back to Rutule. You get there maybe an hour or two before sunset, having kind of spent your whole day just going away and back.
Yeah.
And show back up at the tavern.
I spend just a couple hours with Pringle, and I'm already engaging in this irrational behavior of. Yeah. Okay. Anyways.
Yeah.
So I guess we go back to that same tavern.
You show back up at the same tavern.
I don't walk in. Is there a window that I can peek in? Is that what?
Yeah, there's a
Pringle
window.
was doing? All right. I'm gonna peek in and see if I can see the Captain Winkle.
Mr. Winkle is in
Inside.
the same spot that you left him, and he is talking to two other half elves with similar long braids.
I look
But they're really ponytails.
Do they have double ponytails?
Yeah, it's the two, like the double ponytails that
Is
are
that
coming
like I say to Pringle, like, is that double ponytail thing like a style, or are they in a gang?
out. I believe
Do
it's
all
the
half-elves
gang
have those?
style. Yes. If I didn't mention to you before, Mr. Winkle is the head of the mafia here in Rotule.
That's something that you generally should have probably
Well, I
mentioned.
told you I didn't want to reveal our plans to him. That's why I tried to sell him a cat, but you wouldn't listen to me. You said I was crazy.
I didn't. Oh God, what did I tell him? I think I. Oh gosh. All right. Well,
Okay.
what tricks does Safi have up her sleeve?
She says that she can't sleep the whole bar.
We can wait till night.
Perhaps, yes. Okay, let's wait till night and then sneak into his room when he goes to sleep.
I nod.
Okay. So you guys hang out outside for a little while. Night comes. You guys are just hanging out outside. It's a little bit weird. Eventually, the bouncer comes by to ask you what you guys are doing because you've just like parked your cart near the front and you're just like hanging out. He comes over and he's like, "Excuse me, are you? Can I help you with something?"
I'm new to this. I look to Pringle.
No, thank you, my good sir. We're supposed to be meeting someone out front. They shouldn't be long now. Bouncer kind of shrugs and heads back inside, but he keeps an eye on you for the rest of the day. Eventually,
Did I
evening
have-
comes, and
Did
the
I have a
sun
morning to
sets.
memorize spells, or did I cast those cure light wounds? My character is definitely in Neil mode. I don't know where
you
I am.
slept
No, I think
last?
I don't think I've slept since the last time I was in.
No,
Thrundle,
you've been up for 48 hours at this point.
Not
or
40. I think it's like 36.
36.
Because it was like I slept during a day and then I walked a night to Rotule.
Oh,
and
yes,
then
yes,
left the
yes.
next. Yeah, okay.
So
I'm
no,
on
you,
like it's been like 36 hours.
Yeah.
So I'm, or probably even.
no, it's been like
less.
24.
It's been like
'cause you got up
24.
at
Yeah.
10. Yeah, it's been about 24.
Yeah.
But you spent, of those 24 hours, you spent like 16 of them walking. Or like 8 of them
Yeah.
walking and then like 8 of them on the back of a carriage. So
Yeah.
you've been hauling around all day. It's like that trip we took to Reno and back.
That was a lot easier than walking.
Yeah. So nighttime comes, and eventually you guys like spying through the window whenever the bouncer isn't looking at you. You see that 2 hours after the sun goes down, that Mr. Winkle heads upstairs to go to sleep, which is pretty on par with everyone else. Usually people here crash out around an hour after sunset. Just because
Except for adventurers who stay up partying in the bar until the wee hours of the morning.
and causing everyone else heartache. Yeah. But you see the guy go to sleep, and Pringle looks at you and goes, "Well, here, I'll stay outside to keep the illusion for the guard, for the bouncer. And why don't you and Safi go inside and
Yeah.
she'll do her thing, and then you'll do your thing, and then we meet out here with the necklace and head out."
Right. I will have removed my armor, or maybe it wasn't on at all. I don't know.
I mean, you removed it at some point during the day.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll leave my armor and my warhammer in the cart.
Okay.
Do I pick up? I guess I go to pick up Safi reluctantly.
She,
I'm like,
doesn't hiss, but she does that kind of like floppy thing, like, I don't fucking care that you're holding me. Let's just get this over with. Get me to where I need to go.
all right. I wasn't entirely sure I was supposed to be carrying Safi or if she'd walk with me, but I
Yeah.
tuck Safi under my arm and slip into the tavern.
Okay, you slip into the
Um,
tavern. The
Yeah, if I were a
bouncer
thief,
gives
I
you a curious look, but it doesn't stop
I-
you.
I flash him a smile
Okay.
and walk past him and up the stairs.
Okay, you walk past him and up the stairs, and you get up the stairs, and you see a corridor with 8 bedrooms on either side, or 8 doors on either side.
I look to Safi.
Wow.
I'm gonna go to the first door, and I'm gonna go to the very back door
Okay.
and like try and listen. And Do the doors have locks on them?
There are keyholes, but usually, like while there are keyholes, you don't get the key to the door. Most inns just have the door shut. Um, Occasionally, like if a patron comes through and like asks to have the key to lock the door at night, they'll give it to them. Or if the patron happens to be wealthy enough, they'll just like automatically give them the keys. But it's the sort of
Okay.
thing where too many people lose keys, and that keys are hard to make these days. So you
Yeah.
get a key if you need a key, sort of thing.
So we'll start by going to the far end of the hallway.
Mhm.
I'm going to set Staffy down next to me and peek in the keyhole.
Okay. You see a kind of a portly fellow reading by candlelight.
Is he completely naked?
No. He's got his covers up to his man boobs, but man boobs and up is fleshy.
Yeah. So I go across the hall and peek in that one. So there's 4 doors on either side of the hall. Is
8
that what's
doors on
going
either side.
8 doors on either side. Oh god.
This second room is dark, no light source inside.
So I guess I'll go down the hall, looking in all the keyholes.
Okay.
Hopefully I have time to do all this.
Give me a perception check.
D20 plus 8. 24.
Ooh, very nice. So the third door down on the left side, I guess the third from the back on the left side, if you were coming up the stairs, is the room that has Mr. Winkle in it.
So I do see him in there.
Yes, you see him kind of stretching and pulling off his shirt, and you notice he's got a whole bunch of tattoos underneath or on his skin under his shirt. They're covered. Some of them have strange like knots and ties and twists and turns. Some of them look a little bit more organic, like branches with thorns or flowers with thorns. And you see on his left shoulder, he has just a large tattoo of a skull.
All right. I guess I try and turn the door handle.
Right now, while he's like getting undressed.
Is Safi with me? Or
Yeah, Safi's right there next to you.
Was she following me down the hall when I was doing this?
Yeah, just like
Okay.
trotting along next to you.
So I turn the door handle while I was getting undressed and open
All
the
right,
door.
give me a dex check.
It's a
order-
trap.
No,
Is there seriously like a needle trap? In
no,
this
give me a
cabin
dex
here?
check.
Oh,
Motherfucker. Okay.
Boom, that's some
You turn the
shenanigans
doorknob
right there.
real quietly. You get the door. His back is to you as he's like, taking off his clothes and unbuckling his pants, or like his side is to you. You get the door open, and he doesn't seem to have noticed.
I look down to Safi.
She goes, and the half elf standing before you makes.
May have a resistance to sleep and charm.
He kind of like wavers on his feet for a moment and like sits down on the
I
bed.
leap. Okay, if he doesn't appear to sleep, I'm just gonna like jump on him.
He does not appear to be sleeping. He appears to like be momentarily overcome by something and then snap out of it.
I guess I'm making a panic attack.
I'll give you an attack with +4 to hit for surprise.
13.
13 is a hit against the surprised and naked half elf.
So I just like leap on him awkwardly, try and restrain him.
Oh, so
I
this is like
restrain
a grappling.
Yeah, I'm just like a
restraining.
grappling. Yeah, I'm not like punching him or something. Can
Okay.
I grapple or like last time we wound up doing really awkward wrestling maneuvers that was not at all what I had intended.
Uh-huh. So what would
Is
you
it
like to do this
possible
time?
to grapple and like restrain?
Yeah, you can go for a hold and restrain, which does like consistent cumulative damage over time.
Does it?
Mhm.
How come? That's what I was trying to do in prison, but we wound up like rolling on the wrestling table, and it was just like, why the heck would I get him in a leg bar or whatever? Anyways,
Okay.
Should
So
I
let me grab the player's handbook.
tactics, or- It's in Player's Handbook. Player's Handbook just has the punching and the wrestling, I think.
Yeah, but the punching and wrestling from the player's handbook has a hold that does cumulative damage.
I think that's only if you wrestle and get lucky on the wrestling roll.
Really?
Yeah. I guess there's. It was overbearing. Wait, hold on.
Wrestling moves marked with asterisk holds maintain round to round unless they're broken.
I guess I can overbear.
Okay, so if you do wrestle and you get any of those that have an asterisk, you can just keep that roll and do cumulative damage. So the first round did do 1, second round did do 2, third round did do 3, fourth round did do 4.
Yeah.
But that is kind of one of those like lucky things that you have to hop into.
So what rules would you use this overbearing rules for even one-on-one? Like I think there's no reason you can't.
Yeah. A character
Right.
can be pinned if a further overbearing rolls are attacked each round. For pinning purposes, do not use the prone modifier to combat. Okay. Cool. So let's just do that.
So that's all. I just make an attack roll, right? And if it succeeds, then he's overbeared. Is that how an
Yeah.
overbear
So
works?
you did succeed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, if the attack succeeds, the opponent is pulled down. A character can be pinned if further successful overbearing attacks are rolled each round. Cool.
Okay.
So you throw him to the ground and hop on him.
All right. Yeah.
Um,
Get him, Safi.
Safi comes in and goes to starts trying to pull the necklace off of his neck while you guys are wrestling. Next round though, because she can't get it off this round. Give me initiative.
8.
8. You go second. So he is going to try and break your hold, throw you off of him with a strength check.
Okay.
Give me an opposed strength check.
Is that how it works typically with overbear?
No, I don't know how it works.
I would have
so
to.
we're making it up.
I would have to roll it again every round.
To continue it?
Yeah, it says on the overbear success overbears the checks made every round or something like that, or on subsequent rounds. But it seems like he could use his action to try and break free.
Yeah. I see. So are you saying that you have to always roll successes, and so that he doesn't have an option to get out? It's whether or not you
it makes
succeed?
it sound like if you succeed, he's just pinned and restrained, and there's no. It seems strange to me that.
It kind of does make sense, though. You don't have a block roll when someone attacks you.
Mm-hmm.
You have an AC, which
it
is
does
an accumulation of your defensive abilities.
Yeah, so I think I spent my whole. So maybe it's you spend your whole.
Okay.
I spent my whole last round pinning him. So he can make attacks and stuff.
Yeah, so I'm going to say he goes
But he's
for
pinned.
a punch against you. And that is a 17 to hit. So he whaps you in the head for, 1 damage? No,
Yeah.
D20. 17, he does a kidney punch on you for 1 point of damage.
Okay, and is that temporary?
Yeah, it'll go away at the end of combat.
Yeah.
We should probably not be using Walking Through the Forest music right about now. It's your turn. What do you do?
I'm gonna continue to restrain him
Okay.
with a 10, and so he opposes that.
No, it's not an opposed. You just make another overbear attack.
Oh yeah, okay. So if his AC is 10 and there's no bonuses or penalties.
For every level of size difference, okay. The defender also gains a benefit if it has more than 2 legs. There's no penalty if the defender has no legs. Okay.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, you pin him. Wait, no, because he gets his dex bonus, doesn't he?
Yes.
All right,
right.
you.
Right. Yeah. So I don't.
Yeah, you do not pin him.
So he will really free this round. Get Safi.
Hold on 1 sec. And initiative for next round. Oh, so Safi this round, she comes over to you and purrs against you and wraps her tail around your leg for just a moment, and you turn invisible.
Awesome.
Initiative. What is your initiative roll?
So slow. 13.
13, okay. You guys are starting to make a little bit of noise now with these punches and wrestlings, but no one's cried out yet except for your Safi! The elf goes first.
I'm probably like on the ground. Where did he stand up after he?
No, he's still on the ground. Like he's broken out of your grip, but he's next to you on the ground. And he rolls over, reaches under the bed, pulls out a short sword, and swings it at you. You're not wearing any armor, right?
No, but I am invisible, so I get like.
Oh, that's right. He totally doesn't know where you are. Okay, so he brings it out and hucks it at Safi, which means this natural 20 hits Safi instead of hitting you.
But if he threw a short sword?
Well, not through it, like, whips, like, reaches and stabs. So that's a 20...
Safi!
I gotta check Safi's AC. Hold on. You don't... What is cat armor class?
It's not going to be 10, but...
Yeah, but it's gonna be something. The question is it like 12 or is it like 16? And... It is 16. Wow.
Nice.
Okay. So it is a single crit. Oh, fuck. What is Elven
He's
Cat?
fine. She's like at least invisibility. So she's like at least a 3rd level wizard, probably a lot higher. I thought we said that she was like 9th level. I can't remember why though.
I don't know why. Hit dice is 3 plus 6. It's a lot of HP. No, she has 8 and 6 is 14 HP.
That's what I got.
So he crits her for 6 points of damage, and she is at
Save
8.
versus Death, or
Oh yeah, good call.
dare I ask?
I just need to write down her HP. All right, Safi's save versus death is a I don't know what's a warrior's save?
Warrior,
Because she's
she's a
using the
wizard.
cat saves. No,
What? Don't you use?
she's been polymorphed into another creature. She uses the cat's HP, dex, all those cat stats for everything. DM screen. What is the saving throw for a kitty? Against death is a pass. She just passes.
Cats should auto pass saves versus death. At least
Oh.
9 of them.
I think that's a good rule. I like it. Initiative next round. No, Safi's turn. No,
I
you didn't even
go
get a turn.
last.
Yeah. So, Safi chills. She does nothing. Your turn.
So I was gonna go for the necklace, but instead I'm gonna divert my. I'm gonna divert my action and jump on Safi and try and heal her. Hopefully, she will not resist my healing proficiency.
Well, she can't
attempts.
see you coming, so
Yeah, so I go at her and pull out some invisible bandages.
oh, wait, so you're
I don't
not
know
you're
if
not healing with a spell. You're actually just going to like
No, I'm
wrap the cat in
Healing
bandages
proficiency.
in the middle of
25.
combat. You're just like, "Rah!"
Fuck yeah, for 3 HP.
Okay. You take the cat and you start like binding its wounds. The elf gets to his feet as just kind of like sees Safi like moving all over this place with weird bandages appearing.
materializing.
The elf is confused and takes a few steps back, pulls out a dagger from underneath his pillow, and is now dual wielding short sword in right hand, dagger in left hand,
Yeah,
and yells and says kind of quietly, "Who are you? What are you doing in here? What are you?"
All right.
You-
All right.
You're that woman from earlier, aren't you? And that's that old
I
man's
say
cat.
no. I'm a cat. And I roll initiative. Yeah, 13.
I mean, he's go ahead, you do whatever you want. He's in a defensive position, holding his attacks.
All right. What is the is he wearing his necklace still?
Yep.
Is there a chain or a string or what?
It is a string, and that is like kind of a what do you call it? Twine.
Yeah. Is there a window?
Yes.
Second floor?
Yep. So, question: does binding wounds break invisibility?
I don't think so. So I wasn't okay. We should. I was going to check that. That's what I was looking for in my tabs. I think it's only attacks, but I was just role playing that Verissa would have no idea. So I just
Right. This is a very key
Declared it
question. This is one of those things that
I don't think it does. I think invisibility is if just if you make an attack, but
I think you're right.
well, let's find out. It may be anything in this edition. It may be anything that targets another player.
Until the wizard or recipient cancels it, until the recipient attacks any creature, or until 24 hours have passed.
Yeah, great. 24.
Yep. Thus, the
Would-
invisible being can open doors, talk, eat, climb stairs, etc. But if he attacks, he immediately becomes visible. Although the invisibility enables him to attack first.
So it sounds like I can sneak up behind this guy and snag the necklace from around his neck.
Holy shit! All highly intelligent, 13 or more creatures, or with 10 or more hit dice or levels of experience, have a chance to detect invisible objects.
Really?
I didn't realize that.
Well, I guess it is.
Anything
Yeah, I
at
didn't
10th
either.
level or
But it is-
higher with a 13 int can detect invisible objects. Just
It
like,
has to be both, right?
yeah. I guess that wouldn't have come into play very often, but that is
I
interesting.
think I would house rule that like as a DM. That's more like if you see something crazy happening, you can piece it together. Like if you see a cat getting, I mean, I guess he saw me turn invisible, so that's
Yeah.
more obvious. Like if you see a cat getting bandaged midair, you can like roll to see if you can deduce that okay, there's probably an invisible person bandaging that cat right now.
I don't know, or it might be you just understand or attune to the world's magical energies enough that you can kind of see the like a Dark Templar walking on a map. You know, an invisible
Yeah.
creature. You can kind of like see a shimmer around it. Either way,
Yeah.
we're in the middle of combat now, so
Yeah, so I'm gonna sneak up. I mean, on my initiative, I rolled shitty, but if he's just standing there, I'm gonna try and circle around him. And-
he's in a corner on a bed, short sword and dagger.
All right. Then I will cast a spell.
Which spell would you like to cast?
Command.
Ooh.
And I will utter the word sleep as I point at him.
Okay, he gets a saving throw versus spell,
And
which I'm pretty sure is a fail. Let me double check though. No, that's a
passes?
pass. You become visible because I think casting a spell,
does casting a spell? I don't know if casting a spell. It says it just attack.
an
right?
attack, commands.
Not
I'm gonna house rule that
okay.
casting spells breaks invisibility.
any spell. No, but like wizards are supposed to be able to like turn invisible and then go around doing supportive things that are not combative.
Yeah, but I would say casting spells while invisible is. I would say magical spell casting breaks invisibility,
Okay.
unless you can find
Alright.
a really good reason not to.
The rules as written say it's only broken by attack, but if you want a house rule, we can house rule.
Yeah, I'm
and
gonna
roll with
house
it.
rule it. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, because command could be considered an attack
Okay.
spell.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Okay. It specifically says, note that the priest's spells bless, chant, and prayer are not attacks for this purpose,
Aha.
implying that a spell like this, like command, probably
Right.
is.
Okay.
I
So
guess we'll
initiative
roll
round.
initiative. God damn it. RD10 plus.
Ooh, he would also have a 30%
9.
chance to reflect that spell anyway.
Why?
Because he's a half elf and it's a
It's not a
charm
sleep.
type spell.
Oh, it is a charm. Yeah.
Okay, initiative. Is that 9, your latest
Yeah.
initiative? Okay. Safi goes first. You hear her kind of cat howling a little bit when 4 streaks of bright light extend from her claws and slam
She
into
just
the
magic missile this fool.
and slams into the half elf for a total of 16 points of damage. And the half elf collapses onto the bed, howling in pain. You hear doors in the hallway start to open up, and people start bustling out
Is
as
he
your turn
alive?
rolls around.
Dead?
He seems to still be alive, but he's like writhing in pain and has dropped his weapons.
All right, I'm gonna try and wrestle the neck. Like, I'm gonna draw my dagger,
Mhm.
cut the necklace from his neck, and try and grab it.
Yeah,
So
he
I'm
doesn't
gonna
resist.
roll it. Okay,
Yeah, you
And
cut
I
the
will-
necklace off of him.
and I'm gonna leap out the window.
Hop out the window. Give me a tumbling check if you have it.
I don't.
You don't. You take d6 damage from the fall.
I'll
You take
it.
6 points of damage as you fall awkwardly on a twisted ankle.
Justice.
And
And I run to the cart.
you run to the cart. The
The cart.
barkeep or the bouncer comes out and like hearing these noises, this weird thud, pokes his head around the corner as you're like hobbling out to the cart. He looks at you and goes, "Did you just come out of the window?"
Lovers scuffle.
He gives you like all right. Heads back into the bar, and
Nice.
as Pringle goes, "Where's Safi? We can't leave without Safi.
She'll catch up. She'll catch up.
We can't leave without Safi." And eventually, someone pokes a head out the window, like, "It's him! It's him! It's him! He did it!" Kind of pointing at the cart. The barkeep comes out, or bouncer comes out, pokes his head outside, looks back at you, and Safi comes like bouncing along out to the barroom floor and hops up on the cart. Pringle
getting
gets the horses and like gets them going, and the bouncer starts chasing after you guys. The horse is kind of slow to get the cart going.
In the back of the,
He comes out with his axe and starts running
Actually, has it
alongside
been?
the cart.
Can I do a healing check on myself the round after, like as soon as I get to the cart?
Yeah.
From the sprains.
Sure. Give me a healing proficiency.
13. No dice.
No dice.
All right.
All right, so you're
okay.
trying to bandage your wound as the cart is tumbling along, and the bouncer
Well,
comes up
that would have
alongside
been while
of
we were
you.
waiting for Safi, and then
Yeah, I mean, you
started
only
the
waited
armor
for
on.
Safi for like 20 seconds. That's all
Okay.
part of the same round.
Mhm.
But we should actually roll initiative for the next round as the bouncer comes running up beside the cart. Battle axe in hand.
11.
You go first.
So the cart peels away.
Cart peels away, but it's slow to get going, and you see the bouncer running up beside you.
All right. Well, if I can reach, I'm just going to step out the side of the cart and whack the bouncer with my warhammer that's sitting in the cart.
Yeah, you can do it.
I feel like this is a bad plan.
Make your dice rolls.
Max damage 5.
Wow.
This got out of hand.
The bouncer goes down in a heap, like a sack of potatoes, and collapses in the road as you guys pull out towards the north side of town. There's shouts in the streets, and you guys make it to the gate.
Is the gate open, closed?
The people are like in the middle of starting to close the gate down for the night as you guys come along. Pringle starts yelling ahead, "Keep the gates open!" And the gates stop closing, but one of the guards like goes to block your path with his spear and go like, starts yelling at you to slow
Will we,
down.
will we fit through the gate?
Yeah. Pringle takes a look at you as like a, do we just run him over look? You nod emphatically, and he just plows right through the guard. The horse gets to make an overbearing attack. Oh my god. And I think the guard gets trampled to death by the horse, who crits with one leg and
Overrun,
hits
whatever.
with another.
I think it can. Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7 against the guards, 2 HP. The horse like tramples the guard into the ground. The other guards jump out of the way, and you guys pull out of town and onto the road.
For Bellum! I shout at the back of the wagon.
There are shouts and cries, and it looks like the guards might be going for horses or reinforcements or something.
Yeah. We got to get off the path, Pringle.
But this cart can't go through the woods, and my entire life is in here.
What if
Safi's
we
too. What do you do?
What if we just? Well, let's make some haste, put some distance between us, and maybe hide in a bush behind a rock. How far up is that? Is the
Is the what? The turnoff for the base?
that big rock that the bandits used to hide behind?
That's like half an hour out of Threndel. It's way on the other side.
Okay.
So you guys are going along, and
Yeah, I think we put a little bit of distance between us, and then I'm going to suggest we pull off road and hide the wagon.
so you don't get too far off road when you start to hear the thundering of horse hooves behind you.
So can this wagon not move at all through the woods? Like somehow we got it to the base.
Yeah, you can get it through the woods. It's just like slow going. You move at like movement rate 6 instead of.
So I think that's what we'll do. We'll go just a little bit out of town to get some distance, so that they can't see us from the walls, and then pull it into the woods. And
Yeah,
I'll
well,
have
before
him go,
we get
and I'll
there-
follow behind us, trying to cover the.
Before we even get there, you're like 5 minutes down the road. You know, you can still see the walls, and you hear the thundering of horse hooves, and look back to see 2 riders chasing after you guys.
I've got my armor on by now, I assume,
Sure.
but not much HP. That leap out the window took a lot out of me. Has my punch healed?
Yes.
Okay.
Safi will cast a grease spell. And the horses, I'm going to give them bonuses to their saving throw because they are quadrupeds.
I guess that makes sense.
One of the horses slips in the greasy mud and just tumbles out, his rider falling to the ground, him flaying all over the place. And the other one manages to make it through the grease and comes up alongside. Give me an initiative roll.
Oh god.
Saber in
me.
hand, the rider swings at you.
So I'm in like the back of the covered wagon, right?
I was expecting you to be up in the front.
Okay, in the front of the
Yeah.
wagon, sure.
So he swings at you with his saber on horseback. But I think
17 AC.
yeah, 7. You're using your shield here?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. All right. He misses. He hits your shield. Totally
I'm
deflects
getting
it.
ridden down. Why would I not have my shield?
I don't know, because it seems awkward to hold. But no, go for it. Your turn.
Is he riding alongside us?
Yeah, he's like riding alongside
I-
you, keeping pace with you.
I'm gonna leap onto his horse.
In front of
I
him,
am-
behind him, or just like trying to knock him off.
Let's try to knock him off. I am proficient horse rider.
So you're going to try and
I
like unseat him and take his seat.
That would be like the best case scenario.
Okay.
But I wouldn't mind winding up behind him and like having to like repeatedly stab him between the ribs or something.
All right.
I want to see if my horse riding proficiency says anything about this sort of crazy shenanigans.
It does, actually. A character can vault onto the saddle whenever a horse or other mount is standing.
That's like a non-moving horse from staying, but if we're like moving at the same pace, I don't see why that'd be significant.
He must make a proficiency check if he attempts to vault onto the saddle of a moving mount. So give me. See, it's moving at the same pace as you. It's going like he's riding at the same speed as you. So to me, that sounds like
I think I need a proficiency check. Like this is certain, yeah.
I don't know. I would give you a proficiency check at bonus because the horse is not moving relative to you. Relative to you, it's stationary. Like it's bumping up and down, but it's stationary. So it's harder
There's
than
a
just like
dude on
landing
it.
on a horse. And there is a guy in the saddle. So it's harder than normal, but it's still easier than if the horse was like
I get a
riding past
27
you.
unmodified.
Okay, that's definitely enough.
I think I can vault onto the saddle.
So you can easily vault onto the saddle. If you want to knock the guy out of the way, give me an attack roll and then a strength check with a.
So I've got like
bonus.
shield and hammer. I'm like jumping at it, probably trying to like bash him with my shield as I'm leaping. Which side of the horse or of the cart is he on?
You are on the right side, and he is on the right side.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So that is a little awkward for me. Maybe I drop my warhammer as I'm doing this. Like I leave my warhammer on the cart.
So you like shield and arms.
So yeah.
over
So I'm
him.
like shield and like leaping at him.
Okay.
It doesn't seem like I could.
Give me a roll to hit to see if you can hit him and knock him off. 14
14.
bashes into him, no problem. Opposed strength check.
Plus 9. 20. How's he do?
He does a little better, but he's also you're throwing your entire weight at him. You know, it's not just pushing; you're literally leaping through the air at him. I'm not sure what sort of bonus to give you because now I know what the difference is, and I'm having a hard time making.
That's why you
quick
decide
decision.
beforehand.
I know.
I mean, chat doesn't know. We can let chat decide.
What sort of bonus would you give someone for just throwing themselves at a person like this? Is
Could I have like I wouldn't have high ground. The cart's not higher than a horse, is it?
No.
Or like, but I think on that or flank attack, right?
I mean, that would give you a plus
Run
one
over
to
that.
hit. Yeah, it also, I mean, because you are coming at him from the side, from your front, and you're throwing your whole weight at him, and he's like, well, seated on a horse is pretty easy to, that's about as easy as standing. I don't know, what sort of bonus do you think? Would you give like a +2 for like a charge sort of thing? Or do you think that it should be more on the order of
I think +2
4?
seems reasonable to me.
+2?
Yeah.
Okay, so with a 22, you hit him hard, but he does not fall out, and you end up like saddling up behind him. So now you're both seated on the horse. You have your shield and no weapon, and he's got a saber and the reins.
Let's roll initiative.
Okay,
You said I didn't have a weapon.
go. Make your initiative roll.
5.
Okay, oh, where is it? There we go. Just making a name change. All right. So a 5 on your initiative, it beats him. What are you doing?
I'm drawing a dagger from my waist and shoving it unproficiently into his back. So is that +2 for back attack?
+2 for back attack, -3 for non-proficiency, so -1 to hit.
Ooh, 10. And he's armored, huh?
He is not armored.
Really?
Uh,
So I slide my dagger between his ribs for 4 points of damage.
ouch. Wait a minute, is this playing on both? Why is it? God. Why does it do that? Yeah, 4 points of damage. Slices right into his back, and he tumbles off the side of the horse, and that was too much time setting up music for a
You're
battle
always-
that's over too quickly.
Yeah, I was just about to say you're always late on the music.
Yeah. All right, so you slide it between his ribs, and he just topples off the horse and falls on the
I-
ground as you ride it away.
I sheathe my blade, grab a hold of the reins. I finally got my horse. That escaped, though.
Yeah. You make it out, and the two of you make it to Trendle 6 hours later.
I
It is now almost morning again. Yeah, because it gets dark around 8, then 6.5 hours later. It's like 2 a.m. So I guess you get to Threndel 2 a.m. You haven't slept in a long time. You're pretty exhausted. Pringle is exhausted. Safi is sleeping. She doesn't give a fuck.
Safi got stabbed.
Safi did get stabbed. Safi got really badly stabbed, but she's licking her wounds, literally, and yeah. Whoa.
Probably send riders. I don't know that we can sleep.
So what do you guys do?
I think we have to push on and like roll whatever con checks you're gonna make us roll.
Okay, I'm gonna make your horses roll con checks.
Ooh. So I think let's stop in Threndel to like get water and hay and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming, so I'm gonna ask Pringle if he has any money.
He nods. I've got some coin on me still.
Okay.
Do you want to run and get supplies while I feed and water the horses?
Sure. Just like rations.
Whatever. I have some food, but not enough food for the two of us for a period of time.
Do you have any money?
He digs around and hands you a purse of 10 gold, all in silver.
I
So
like
100 silver.
I like try to hide my shock at seeing this much money for the first time in a while, and I run and I get us food while he deals with the horses.
Okay. Is there anything else? Because we're coming up on ending
Seems
time.
like a good place to wrap up
Yeah.
with that escape scene.
Okay. Well done.
Oh my god, that got really lucky.
Yeah. And I think.
Well, yeah, that escalated quickly.
Yeah. I'm glad. I was not sure where we were going to end up today, and I think this took a good choice. I like
or this certainly isn't where I thought we, or either of us thought we would end up.
Nope, but I'm pretty happy where we did end up. How do I? There we go. Cool.
Right, what do I call that thing? Pentagon.
Pentagon
key?
amulet. Amulet. Yes. So what did we do today? We brought everyone back to the thingy, explained the ship to all the beleaguered men, and interrogated the guy.
Yeah, and then
50 experience for that. Then what did you do?
orcs. So I defeated
you fought
two
the
orcs twice.
Right, so
And one orc another time.
let's
And then there
do
was the role playing in town in between.
80 there. Let's do there. Then
And we tracked down Pringle.
you sold the ears. Give you 10 experience for each ear. You track down
1200.
Pringle.
And
Okay.
yeah, and exchanged some information with him. And then we left town and then went back for...
Oh, right, you got all the information out of Pringle too, didn't you? You learned his whole
I don't know.
backstory and everything.
Was that all there was to know?
Well, you've learned all that backstory.
Yeah, and then we found out about Winkle, the elf.
Right. You found out
And-
about Winkle. So first of all everything that you learned about him will be 150. Plus, you fought and defeated him
With the help of Safi.
with the help of Safi. I'll split
And
the
then
combat XP
took
between
out the
two of you.
bouncer, and we overran the one guard. Safi greased the other guard, and then I shivved the last guard.
Hold on, I'm still trying to figure out combat experience for Winkle. All right, so you'll give you
That's
half
the
of
weird
that.
cave dream sequence.
Oh, cave dream. Good call.
Which I don't know if that gets experience, but I feel like some of this is just like
Yeah, but I'll
house
do like.
experience just for showing up.
But I've decided to take a more route like that. Like,
Siwawa asks what I named the horse. I literally wrote on my character sheet under the Mount Pet, in all caps, horse, exclamation point. Because I was pretty excited that I finally got to keep a horse. Because every time I like stole several horses over the course of this campaign, and the beleaguered men always take them and turn them into dinner.
uh, okay, so then the escape out the window and the fighting of the bouncer. Bouncer was kind of a chump. 25 experience for the bouncer. And then... Oh, the horse rider, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, then stealing the horse too will give you some experience for that. So all in all, today you get... That can't be right. That's too much. Oh, no, but you did learn a lot about Pringle. There was a lot of, like, story revealed about pirate ships and Pringles and half-elves and stuff like that.
And wives turned into cats.
Wives turned into cats, yeah. So you get 1,305 experience.
That's way too much.
Yeah, I know. How did it get so high?
Do you want to double check your math before I level up?
No, because I can't see the calculations I did before. I just did it in, like, the...
All right. So that brings. So I had 1,900 before. That brings me to 3,100, which is enough to get me to level 3.
Oh, yeah, because it was... So 500...
Are you about to de-level me? Wait, no.
So 12 and 8
32.
is 200 there. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Okay.
Cool.
Let's roll some HP.
All right, level 3 character. Do it. Give me a D8 plus 0.
2. Damn it.
Nice. You're getting
Finally
back
caught
to an
up with
average
you.
character now.
Yeah,
Level 3 does mean level 2 spells, though.
it does. It also means +1 to hit.
Yes, it does.
And I think it gets me another like non-weapon proficiency or something.
Yeah, it gives you a... Yeah, exactly.
Any weapons or no?
No, I think that comes at level 4.
I don't know what proficiencies I've even been working on now. Priest weapon is 4, non-weapon is 3. All right.
Okay, do you know what schools you have
Schools of magic.
that you have access to? Yeah. Not schools, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Spheres of influence.
Yeah. Do you want me to list them or send them to you or what?
Yeah, if you could just send them to me so I can update the...
Yeah, I have a
your spell
character
list.
sheet, but you screwed something up.
On your character sheet or your spell list?
My spell list.
What'd I screw up on your
Okay.
spell list?
I don't know. It's missing some spells, and we weren't sure why.
Oh, okay. Yeah, send me your schools and I will fix all of that shit.
Yeah, I just sent them to you. So I've been using one of the Misclicks characters, but I don't think they ever got
Right.
to a high enough level. So I will need.
Okay, I will fix all of that shit for next time. I think that's that.
That is that. I was not expecting to level up.
No. There. Do you know what non-weapon proficiency you're gonna take?
I don't. Trying to think what I've even been doing.
Horse thieving.
I guess I have been stealing a lot of horses.
Yeah.
I already have horse riding though.
You've been learning about history. You've been
Yeah.
traveling at night by the stars, I guess by moonlight.
Yeah, so something like direction sense might make sense.
Blind fighting might make sense, or at least the first level of it.
That's a warrior. So does it take 4 slots?
It would take
or
3. But you're a war cleric. I would give you a non-weapon proficiency crossover with warrior.
Blind fighting isn't bad make
No, it's quite good, but it'll take you until level 6 to get it.
Yeah, but let's start working on blind fighting.
Cool. Can you make some mark of that on your sheet so we don't
Yeah.
forget? Cool.
Does having 1 slot in blind fighting give you half of the bonus or no?
Nope. Nothing.
Nothing.
But imagine how good it'll feel when you hit level 6 and you can blind fight.
Yeah.
When
Fucking
you hit
orcs
level
won't stand a
6.
chance. I'm gonna come back for you, Silver.
Okay, coolio. We will see you guys next week for more Dicing with Death. Probably on Thursday, but maybe on Friday, I would guess. And that's it. Ryan, do you have any
I
more?
don't know about that. I think weekdays are usually like middle of the week is usually better for me. But
Would you rather do a
this
Wednesday?
week was crazy. I don't know. We'll talk off stream.
Cool.
Um,
Do you have any more of your famous long-winded shout-outs to do?
and thanks for watching.
All right.
Shenanigans on Sunday. I might
Shenanigans on Sunday.
be
You want in?
attending. Yeah, I'm free. I know it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
let's
going to
do
step
it.
aside if someone else wanted in, but
I think Chucky's probably going to switch with Pat, and I think that's going to be our one rotation this week.
okay.
So yeah,
Awesome.
we'll see you guys next week on Sunday for the shenanigans, and then sometime next week for Dicing with Death.
Alrighty.
And yeah, bye bye.
Later.